I played Stella Sora for 1 week, so you don't have to. And I have to say this game is controversial. And I don't like saying that because I actually like the game very much. Well, for the most part. But some parts, not so much. So, all this time I was playing this game, people asked me why I am still playing this game. And I show them this. This is the reason I still play this fucking game. See that? Beautiful. So, let's start from the beginning. I will explain everything step by step. Why Stella Sora, the basic gameplay for noobs like me, my week-long experience, what I loved, what's controversial, why it might fail, and a message to Yostar that could actually save this goddamn game. I'll show you everything that's worth your time and everything else that might make you throw your phone out of the window. So without wasting any more time, let's begin. When Stella Sora was first announced, it was marketed as the successor to Blue Archive. And I actually love Blue Archive. I even saw a glimpse of Princess Connect from its guild and faction system. And that was enough to hype a lot of players, including me. 1 year later, we got the first closed beta test. And for the most part, people were happy. I mean, we actually liked the game, the characters, the visual. For once, we were all on the same page. And then the game released, and everything went down to sinkhole. But we'll talk about that later. First, the gameplay. If you have never played Stella Sora in your entire life, good for you. I will just give you a quick rundown, and if you already know it, you can skip this part entirely. I won't be sad, I promise.
No? Oh, don't cry, are you?
The gameplay of Stella Sora is pretty basic. Even among roguelikes, it's like child play. So, you go Ascension, you choose Tracker, you choose Disc, you clear floors, you get buffs, you kill the boss, you save all your progress as records, and repeat this till you complete all of the Ascension and get the record you're looking for. And the record you saved, you will use it to clear all the other content of this game. So yeah, the better your record is, the more content you will able to clear. There's more, the melody scale, harmony scale, musical notes, but we'll skip all those. And if you're curious, I already made a video on those, so check it out after this. So here's where I am at. As a casual free-to-play player, playing 1 to 2 hours a day for a week. I am level 20, my main characters are at least level 50. I have cleared most difficulty for content, done most of my material farming. I haven't tackled the arena much yet, so I'm still low there. But if you're just starting, you will probably be around level 20 to 25 after a week. I pulled some good 5-star characters, but only one 5-star disc. So, how was my experience? In one word, enjoyable. Look, every gacha I played have been a 3D anime RPG, where you build a character and click buttons, and boom, 90% of game is over. But when I heard Stella Sora would be a roguelike, where every run is unique, I was honestly skeptical. Not my style, I guess. But to my surprise, I had fun. It didn't feel overwhelming, clear instructions, easy setup, and I actually enjoyed building characters I liked. So my day went like this: Ascension run, build record, farm materials, use Telonite to pull, and so far no burnout, which is impressive. My advice? Use your resources wisely. Don't build every character, just aim for 3 good characters from each element for your Ascension run. And I will show you the best team for each element now, so you can experiment yourself. Pick the meta ones if you want, but honestly, every 5-star can carry you through the early game. But choose someone you like. First, let's get into the things that I liked about Stella Sora. The UI. Clean, smooth, polished. Sure, there's some lag here and there, but you can tell the devs put in work. It doesn't feel rushed or half done, like every pay-to-win gacha that has ads constantly showing on the screen telling you that John from North Antarctica pulled a legendary character and your sorry ass is still playing with common rarity. The art and character design. Gorgeous. Live 2D, character art, and the little things, but huge thumbs up. You will immediately recognize some inspiration from Blue Archive, but they executed it well. The music. Not much to elaborate here, but each runic disc has its own track, and you can even set it as your main screen background music. A nice quality of life feature. The gameplay. Even if some aspects of the game fall short, if the gameplay of your game is not solid, then the rest doesn't matter much. But Stella Sora delivers. Easy to pick up, but with depth. The roguelike format is welcoming, not intimidating. It doesn't feel like I needed to read a 40-page manual to enjoy it. Now let's talk about the controversy, or stuff that made me think that Hoyoverse is actually a generous company. And in gacha terms, when you're compared with Hoyo, you know you did something wrong. First, the gacha. Pull cost is 300 Stellanite per pull. In the CBT, it was 150. So players basically need to work twice as hard. After the dailies, I can manage about 100 Stellanite, so 3 days for one pull. Comparable to other gacha games, but when you look at the overall picture, you know the reason for the backlash. On top of that, the 5-star rate is 2%. That's similar to other gacha games like Arknights, but here's the catch. There is no transparent pity system. Look, here I got a 5-star within 70 pulls, and somewhere I had to go beyond that. Also, there's a 50-50, and the hard guarantee pity is at 120 pulls, which on paper is better than most gacha games, where you need to go at least 160 if you're too unlucky. But here's the catch. This 120 pity occurs only once per banner, so you could lose a dozen times for the featured pick. This is basically a scam. The 4-star talent shards. If you pull a 5-star copy, you can get enough shards for a talent upgrade. But for 4-star, the copies they give are way less, about half of what I know. So technically, you need to pull double the amount of characters to progress them, which is not ideal for F2P or casual players like me. Other monetization. Not just the gacha, the other parts of the game is filled with greed. Look, they expect us to pay $15 for one 10 pull, $100 for 8,500 paid Stellanite, which amounts to only 28 pulls. Really, Yostar? And look at the battle pass. You buy the Royal Grand for $15, and apart from the progression, all you get is this skin for Minova, and it doesn't even change the gameplay animations for her. Wow. $15 for just a live 2D wallpaper. The stamina. Even though Ascension doesn't use stamina, the upgrades do. 30 stamina per run. Total pull about 240. Just 8 runs before you hit the wall. These issues makes the game feel like a grind rather than the fun ride it could have been. For all its style and potential, Stella Sora is standing on a very fragile ground. The core gameplay is fun, fast, flashy, and satisfying, but everything wrapped around it feels unstable. The biggest problem? Monetization and progression system. Players immediately noticed how stingy the launch rewards were, how the gacha rates felt worse than the beta, and how free-to-play players were pushed towards spending just to stay competitive. When a gacha game starts feeling like a part-time job instead of a passion, even loyal players lose motivation. Add in confusing currencies, limited stamina, and uneven character balance, and you have a recipe for frustration instead of engagement. The second major risk lies in trust and community perception. Yostar has built a reputation for delivering polished titles like Azur Lane and Arknights, but players expect transparency, especially after the backlash from the economy changes. If communication remains vague and updates focus more on banners than fixing core issues, the narrative becomes another cash grab gacha. And once that label sticks, it's almost impossible to shake. The tragedy is that Stella Sora doesn't need to fail. Its gameplay deserves better. Its design deserves better. Its story deserves better. But unless Yostar listens, rebuilds trust, and respects player time and money, this game might burn out before it ever gets the chance to shine. No matter how good the gameplay and UI are, if the game loses your players' trust, then it's all in vain. No matter how hard the developers worked, a simple mistake can ruin it all. So what can Yostar do? Accept your mistake. As of recording this video, there is no public apology from the Yostar team. Yeah, they gave us more freebies here and there, but no direct response to our backlash. Players feel ignored. The first step, acknowledge it, apologize, adapt. Reduce the gacha cost. 300 Stellanite right now feels a lot. If it were 150 or even 200, it will be more reasonable. Make the same investment and get more value. For the same $100, I can now get about 42 to 60 pulls. Reduce the stamina cost. 30 stamina per upgrade run is steep. Lower it to 20 or boost the drop rates so players don't feel the wall. Yostar, don't let Stella Sora fade away. This game isn't just another gacha, it's a spark of something greater. The art, the music, and the combat, everything screams potential. We want to believe in the world you built, but faith alone isn't enough. It takes care, effort, and communication. You have built something beautiful. Don't let it die because of short-sighted choices. Fix what needs fixing. Listen to the players. Let Stella Sora become a story of how a game stumbled but rose again, even stronger. Because deep down, every one of us playing right now, we are not here just to see it fail. We are here because we hope it succeed. So please, Yostar, don't let Stella Sora become another forgotten name. Let it become the comeback story this genre desperately needs.